Hi friends, what's this Tkinter window? In this window, on click of this button, we are picking up a random record from a database. The database can be MySQL database or SQLite or anything, any other database. These two databases will try, and you can use any other also. Now suppose I am going on showing one at a time, because these records will be picked up once only. So no record will be repeated. So I am showing all my records. I'll reach a time where all my records are exhausted, or they have shown already shown one time. So what I have to do is, see, it is no more records are there. Then I can do is, I can reset it. So all the records are now ready once again for displaying, and now I can go on again showing. This part we'll learn. We'll start from here. This is a blank window, Tkinter window, and in this you can see the geometry we have fixed it by 600 by 250, the width and height of the window. And first we will connect to our database. So here two lines I am just pasting. I am importing my SQL Alchemy library, and there one first line is connecting to MySQL database, and second one is connecting to SQLite database. Now whatever one you want, you can keep it, and other one you remove it. Suppose you are going for MySQL, then here this line you have to keep it, and this line you comment it, and here the ID and password, everything, and then the database detail you have to feed it here. So let's go for because we are trying to develop in such a way that the script part remains same. Only the connection, by just changing these two lines, you will able to switch over to whatever database or anything you want. Here for MySQL, you can see here I have given, and this is my path to my database. Here E drive I have kept it. So you can keep it in anywhere. It's a file base, so you can keep it any location and thing. And you may ask me that how I will create the database. All the sample dump and everything to create the database is available in the link in the description. So you can create the sample table. Now let me write two queries. It's a string only. So I am giving value name as q equal to, now I am saying select ID. Now, sorry, these are all columns from my student table. ID, name, class, mark from student, sorry, okay, student 2. I am not giving right now a where condition, but for it is for MySQL I am doing it. So order by rand. This is pick up a random record from MySQL, and I want one only. So what I am telling is limit 0, 1. So that means I pick up one random record if it is MySQL database. Now what I will going to do is, I will just copy the entire thing from up to this point. Sorry, I will copy this, again paste it here. Here what happened, instead of rand I have to use your random. So this also, the query whatever I have built it, if I am using SQLite, I will use this line I will comment it. That's all. I can just switch over anytime by, if I am going for MySQL, then these two lines I will keep it, these two lines, line number 9 and 10, I will comment it. So I will be switching over to MySQL. So the rest of the script remains same, whatever I am using. Now for our clarity, let's just watch once how the blank window looks. Here it is. We'll collect the records now. So appropriate, this part is for MySQL and this part is for SQLite. So I am using right now. You can easily switch over. Let me just write it here, MySQL connection. So you can easily use this. Now let me just collect it, whatever with the below this, the code remains same only, whatever database you are using. So I'll just giving my cursor. This equal to, now this is equal to my connection. Whatever connection you have used, it can be your SQLite or MySQL, whatever it is. Dot execute. Now what I am executing is Q. So based on which line I have commented, line 10 or line 7, here it is line 7, here it is line 10. Whatever line I have used, that will take, and matching as per the database. Now I will get a data row. This I am just creating a data row. So I am creating my cursor. Now here I am saying fetch one, because only one I will be getting. So I am telling that get one record. Now that will be, I'll be getting a tuple. If you want, you can print that one also. What is not required, this is to our console. So data row, I can print it. Now, but it is not required. This is a tuple only. So I'll loop through all this tuple and display it. So for that, because it's a student, the variable name I am giving student in data row. Now inside this, I am my label. I am creating a label dynamically. Why I am creating dynamically? Because suppose your table structure is different, there is no problem. The system will take care of it. You can individually one by one you can create also. TK label. Now this is a Tkinter label only. My underscore W is my parent window. In your case, if it is same or not, text. What should be this text? Now here I can write student. I will that row data I can place it here. But one thing is, in this I have to make it a string, because here I cannot use. Let me just check it here. Okay. Now font equal to 20. Higher size font I have given. Now that's all. Now it should work. Yeah. Now let me place it on a grid. My underscore label. Now label. This is the one I am pressing it in a grid. So row is equal to 1. And this is the first row, and column equal to, I have did a mistake here, column equal to I. Why I am putting it I is, one item it will take it. Now here what I am going to do is, I will declare a variable I equal to 0. Because one particular column, right of it, the entire row will have say 5 columns. So one column, next right of it will be next column like that. So here I will say I equal to 0, then my label, fine. Now next I am saying I equal to I plus 1. So first it will take, fine. So first it will take 0 value. So first is row 1, column 0. One element of the tuple will be displayed. Next when I go, I will go for next one, like that it will continue, and it every time it will be shifting. Now I will just give slightly, I'll say pad x equal to, means I am not fussing with the left edge, and pad y equal to, from the top also I am maintaining a gap of 25. So that's all. Now this should work. Let me just, let's run this and see what background of this error is here. Something I did a mistake. Here my table, my database name was wrong. So I am just random, and my path also, it is not E drive, it is G drive. So fine. Now let's just run it. Let's see how this, yeah, here you can see a record has, random record was picked up. Now if I close this, open it again, one more random record will come. But that is not what is required. We want a button to be here, and on click of the button, one random record should come. I will place the button here. It's a 2-line code. Button, this is, you can see the, here is the button, one button saying that so me, or you can write anything. The command means on click of the button, this will call the function my display. Slightly background I have given light green, width I have given, placed it on a in our grid. Now because this is to call the my display function, so I had to define that function here, my display. Now inside this function I will keep the code. So I will be pushing all our codes inside this. In fact, if you want to print it, okay. Now I am just keeping everything inside the function. Whatever will happen, because every time I click the button, this function will be called once. So the random number will be displayed. But here is some changes are required. Now what happens here is, if you see this will work. No problem. But it will, okay, because second time when I click it, the first record whatever will be displayed, that I need to remove it. Okay, let's just see what happens if I don't remove it. So that will give us the idea why we should do that. You just see, so it has come up. Now let me just click once more. You can see here there are some, it is overwriting, so some previous text is also displayed. It is actually overwriting. You can watch here, it is, see the names here. Previously whatever data was there, it is overwriting. So what I will do, I will remove my previous rows or data, whatever is that. So for that I have to write for w in my underscore w dot greet slaves. Which one I am going? I am going for row 2 only, not everything, because otherwise the button will also go inside that. Now I'll say w forget, greet forget. That's all. Now this will loop through and remove all the elements of row 2, because we have specified here row 2. So remove elements. So this is the one. Now what happens? Let's just see this, run this and see. So now you can see I am clearly getting, sorry, I am still getting something is wrong here. I may have to save it once. Let me update it. Let's just this is row is, sorry, here I must give row equal to 2, not row 1, because row 1 is our button. Sorry, b1 row, I am here, I can give row 0 and row 1. So let me give row 1 here, because row 2 should have. Let's run this. So now it is clear, because previous record whatever was there is not displaying it. Clearly it is displaying a single record. But now we will add a exclusivity, means once a record is displayed, it will not come till I reset it. In our table we have a status column. That column holds a binary data, means true or false. So we'll collect the records where status is equal to false. So status equal to false. Now from student where, sorry, now this is where status equal to false. So this condition will ensure that wherever the status is true only is returned, sorry, wherever status is false is will return, and once the record is displayed we'll change the status to true. Student, here also I'll paste it, whatever query, which one you are using database, that will work here. Now order by file. Now let's come inside the function. Here also what we will do, we here after deleting we'll create one more. Here we'll say if data row, means we have got the record, there is not none is not there, means there is, it will situation may come that there is no record is there ready to display, available to display, because all are shown. That condition we are checking it here. So here we are writing is my connection. Again what I am going to do is my connection dot execute. What I am executing this time is update student 2 set status equal to 1. 1 means it is set it true. Where, which one it will do? Where ID, because ID is a unique column of this particular table. If in your case you have some other table you are using, then pick up a unique row or unique ID of that row. And here I am saying plus str data row. Now which one? It is 0. Why 0? Because the row, this particularly, suppose whatever we got it here at data row, that first column is the ID. So then I am using that to converting it, because it's a integer, so I am converting into a string. So then I am adding this, because this is a string again, though it's a query, this is up to this one string, then this string is added. So I am converting it into a string and then adding this. So now this query will read like this: update student to set status is equal to 1, where ID equal to 4, 5 or 6, whatever it is, whatever randomly, which one is picked up here. So once I am picking up a record, I am executing that. That is what the condition is. Now this single line will update it. Then what happens? Then I will bring this to here. Then in that case only I will display this one. So I am pushing this for inside that. And this also I will say. Now what happens if the data row means executed, then if it is record is available, then you update this. Now what then I will do one more thing. Now suppose what happens, this if condition, if this data row is not there, what will happen in that case? Now my connection execute. Now let me here else, because this is, that means that there is no data to, no record to available for display. So for that purpose I am saying here my label equal to tk dot label. This is what the actually our label where our records are displaying, my underscore w. Now text, what some message we want to tell it, that no more records, no more records available to display. That is what our mean is. If you want some different color also, you can give red, then change it. So like that you can do. Now let me just place it on a grid. My label grid row 2. Now here I have to slightly change it. Column is first column I am showing, and I am giving a column span. Column span, because let it span up to 4 columns. So and pad x equal to 5 and pad y equal to 5. Now just see this, what happens if there is no record available or nothing has come up. If data row is blank or none, then this record, no more records to display. If it is there, then update this student to for that particular record and then display it also. Let's just see this. We'll save this. Let me run this one. So fine, now this is showing and updating this record also. After some time what happens, based on how many records are there in your database, now all records are returned one time only. I will reach a stage where I have to say that there is no more records to display. Now okay, why it is not displaying? Here I did a mistake. COLU column span equal to 4. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so no more records, because this else part is executed, because I don't have any record to display, because all are updated. Now what happened? Now again I want to see, we'll add a reset button here. We'll add the reset button here. I'm just pasting it here. Now see that this reset button calls the function on click my reset. So that function I will going to write it, slightly background color and width, then rows 0, because sorry, here I did a mistake again. Row 1, column 2, because column is 0 here, I have given a slightly column span of 2 for the first button. So I am starting it from the 0 1, then from 2 it is starting. So that is why. And rest pad x tk, so west side. Now let's just define that function. So what I am going to do is define my reset. This is the function will be called when our reset button is clicked. So now let's just see once our layout is correct or not. Let me reset button. Now nothing will happen, because sorry, here also our ESCT reset. Fine. Now let me just write the code here. Now first what I will do is I will update all the records to, again I will set it, the status will, I will make it false. So that will be ready. So I will say my connection dot execute. Now inside this I will write now update student 2 is my table name is student 2, set status equal to 0. Now this will change all the, without any where condition I am using. So what happened, it will make everything 0. So because see, every record when it is displayed, status became 1. So we update it. Now we are making all the records, because we have reached the end point. So no more record, all status are already became true or 1. So we are making everything as 0. So now all the records are available. Now in that case, now what happens is we will also remove all previous data. I can just copy the data from there. You can see here where it is, my label. Previously we have deleted here this line number 23, 24. We will repeat that. Instead of that, I am just using a one liner here. you can see my greet forget for w in my underscore w greet slave 2. This is just same as writing here. These 2 lines whatever I have written, the same thing I have written it in 1 line. You can use the other one also. Now what happens, I will just copy these 2 lines again, because now this time I have to give a different message. So what happened, let me paste it here. Okay, now here no more records. Instead of writing that, I will write it records, or you want something else to be all records resetted, whatever text you want to give it here. Now let's just update it. Let's see how this works. Previously our tables were so no more records, because we have displayed all the record in one status. So now let us reset it. Records resetted. Now I will click the so again if I'll go on clicking it, around I think 35 records are there. I can just go on clicking further. I will reach the stage, no more records are there. Now I can reset it. Records resetted. Then again so I can go on sewing. That's all, friends. I request you, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we add new tutorials. We frequently do that also. And if you have any doubts, suggestions, questions, use the comment section below to post it. Please share this with your friends, and thank you for watching.